Hello and welcome, my dear friend. God led you here for a reason, because your body has been trying to tell you something your mind can't quite translate yet. You've noticed it, haven't you? The strange shifts, the sudden exhaustion for no clear reason, the waves of heat or tingling that pass through you out of nowhere, the sense that food, music, people, even your own reflection feel different. No, you're not imagining it, and no, it's not random. What's happening to you is alignment made physical. Your body is finally catching up to the frequency your spirit has been carrying for a while now. Think of it like this. When an instrument is out of tune, every note it plays carries a slight resistance. But once it's tuned correctly, every vibration flows effortlessly. That's what's happening inside you right now. God has been tuning your system, cell by cell, heartbeat by heartbeat, to match the energy of the life He's calling you into. This is what spiritual alignment really looks like. It doesn't always begin in the mind or emotions. In fact, it often begins in the bones, because your body is the vessel that has to hold what your prayers have asked for. And if the container isn't ready, the blessing can't stay. So God begins to prepare you through the only language you can't ignore, your own body. That's why you've been feeling tired lately, even when you rest well. That's why some foods don't sit right anymore. That's why crowded places feel heavier, louder, almost overwhelming. It's because you've outgrown the energetic skin you used to live in. Your old patterns, your old rhythms, they were built for survival. But what's forming now is built for purpose. Your body is becoming responsive to peace instead of adrenaline. It's learning to rest instead of react. It's being retrained to recognize divine safety as its new default. And this doesn't mean you're sick or broken or too sensitive. It means your system is learning to exist in a higher form, one that no longer needs chaos to feel alive. When God elevates your spirit, He doesn't forget your flesh. He refines it too. He starts clearing the pathways, nervous system, digestion, heartbeat, hormones. Everything starts to shift toward harmony. Because the destiny written over you requires a body that can sustain calm power, not constant defense. That's why people who are waking up to their true alignment often notice their body asking for stillness, or cleaner air, or more water, or longer quiet moments. It's conserving energy for what's coming. It's not laziness. It's intelligence. Your body knows when the divine blueprint is being activated. And here's something most people don't realize. Before a major transformation, the body almost always lags behind the soul. You felt the calling first, then came the emotional shedding, relationships, habits, mindsets. Now it's the physical reconfiguration, the final piece. You are literally outgrowing your old nervous system. The one that braced for disappointment, the one that flinched at every unexpected sound, the one that prepared for betrayal, even in safe places. It's being replaced by something new, a vessel that can finally hold joy without fearing it will be taken away. So if you've been feeling heavier, slower, or oddly emotional lately, don't judge it, don't rush it. You are being reshaped into someone who can carry light without burning out. This is the stage that comes right before everything stabilizes, when the spiritual architecture is almost done and the body is integrating the upgrades. Sometimes it feels like your senses are too sharp. Colors look more alive. Music hits deeper. I'm sure you notice people reacting differently around you. They're responding to the new frequency you're emitting, the one heaven installed when you surrendered to growth. You're not becoming someone else. You're returning to the person you were always designed to be, before fear distorted your posture, before doubt dulled your eyes, before the world convinced you that sensitivity was weakness. This is what it looks like when divine design reclaims its place. Your body doesn't just obey gravity anymore, it obeys grace. And it's okay if you can't explain it to others yet. They'll see it soon enough. In the glow of your skin, in the calm of your presence, in the way peace follows you into places that used to drain your energy. It's all connected. Your body is becoming a translation of your spiritual evolution. It's God's quiet way of saying, I'm not just changing your circumstances, I'm changing you to fit them. So the next time you feel that strange pulse, that buzzing in your ears, that shiver out of nowhere, instead of fear, say this: my body is aligning with my destiny. Because it is. Every cell, every heartbeat, every breath, none of it is random. It's the sacred symphony of transformation. You see, transformation isn't only about change, it's about integration. Learning how to be in the new space God built inside you. Because when your body starts catching up to your spirit, it's not just adjusting its chemistry, it's rewriting how you exist in this world. God never upgrades your life without first upgrading the body that will carry it. He's teaching you to live in sync with His rhythm, not the world's. That's why your timing feels slower, but your peace feels deeper. You're learning divine pace, the art of moving only when heaven moves, and that requires trust. That means there will be days that feel unexplainably still. Please don't label them as unproductive. Stillness is how your cells integrate revelation. Your body cannot expand and rush at the same time. Even in nature, every metamorphosis includes stillness. The cocoon before flight, the pause before bloom. The same principle lives in you. But society convinced us that every second must be filled, every breath accounted for. We've been trained to mistake motion for meaning, to chase activity and call it worth. Yet, what could be more sacred than sitting in stillness and hearing God whisper within? So if you find yourself craving quiet or disinterest in chaos, that's not disconnection, it's divine focus. You're shedding overstimulation because your new frequency can only thrive in clarity. And slowly, you'll notice something else too. You no longer crave validation from people who misunderstand your path. You no longer chase places that don't match your peace. Your appetite for noise disappears because your system is finally satisfied by alignment. That's what this ultimate form really means. Not perfection, harmony. You've become a living bridge between the physical and the divine, body carrying soul, soul guiding body. And that glow others begin to see? That's coherence. Your energy, your words, your presence, all saying the same thing. And as this continues, you'll notice new sensations that aren't discomfort. They're indicators of activation. The pressure behind your eyes when you pray, the warmth in your chest when you forgive, the flutter in your stomach when you follow intuition instead of logic. These are confirmations, not coincidences. Your body is learning to respond to heaven in real time, and this is where most people get scared. They think something's wrong because it feels unfamiliar. But the unfamiliar is how alignment introduces itself. You're not malfunctioning, you're receiving updates. Imagine trying to run divine software on an outdated system. It would overheat, glitch, collapse. That's what these weeks, these shifts are preventing. God is making sure your foundation is strong enough to hold the miracles you asked for. So instead of trying to get back to normal, let yourself create a new normal. Eat slower, speak gentler, breathe with intention. Walk as if your steps are being guided, because they are. Every time you feel your body vibrate, hum, tingle, or ache slightly without reason, remind yourself, I'm being refined to fit my purpose. You're not behind schedule, you are perfectly synchronized. Allow yourself to live without the constant pressure to perform. Let yourself breathe without guilt. Release what's missing and appreciate what's present. And there will come a day soon, maybe when you wake up in the middle of an ordinary morning, when everything feels aligned again. You'll stretch, breathe, and realize the heaviness is gone. The exhaustion that once confused you will feel replaced by calm vitality. The restlessness that kept you searching will transform into gratitude for what already is. That's when you'll know your new form has stabilized. You've become what your spirit always prayed to embody. And from there, life begins to reflect your inner state. Doors open easily. Conversations flow differently. People meet your energy instead of draining it. Even timing begins to obey you, because heaven aligns with those who align with themselves. You'll understand then that this wasn't just a spiritual awakening, it was a biological one. God was never just renewing your mind. He was re-engineering your biology to match your belief. So when your next miracle arrives, and it will, your body won't reject it. It will recognize it, because that's what all of this was for. And now, you're standing on the threshold of the very life your system has been built to sustain. So tonight, as you rest, don't pray for change. Pray for completion, because the work has already begun. Every pulse, every breath, every moment of stillness, it's heaven finishing what it started in you. And when you wake up tomorrow, remember, you're not waiting to transform. You already are the proof that it's happening. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If this message resonated, please like, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to stay connected. Continue your awakening journey by choosing one of the videos on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.